The human body needs certain chemical elements for optimal health. And on this slide right here, we see a label for total cereal, and iron, which is a chemical element, is listed as one of the nutrients. And iron is important because it is a critical part of hemoglobin, which is a protein that transports oxygen from our lungs to the rest of the tissue in our bodies. So let's take a closer look at hemoglobin. This graphic here shows a abbreviated form of the hemoglobin protein, and the orange sections represent a heme molecule, and in the center, represented by that little red circle, is iron. We'll learn later in this chapter what that +2 is, but iron to chemists is symbolized by that capital F and lowercase e. And notice the heme molecule, which is part of hemoglobin where the iron resides, has elements that are represented by these capital letters: N for nitrogen, C for carbon, H for hydrogen, O for oxygen. And we see these elements in most biological molecules. So we know a chemical is an element if it's on the periodic table, and we'll become very familiar with the periodic table in this chapter. Just want you to notice the symbols that are used for each element all have one capital letter. Some of them have a second lowercase letter, as in the case of iron. Now, you're actually able to remove or extract the iron from cereal, and I don't know if you've ever done that, but it looks like this on this magnet, and it is elemental iron, which is actually a little bit different than this iron with a +2 charge, but we'll get to that later in the chapter.